Hey guys and gals, Homestead Prepper. I want to show you how I do maintenance on my mower, some of the things I do right after I get done with it, so just sit back and watch. We get it to work. Okay, I normally just use this blower right here and blow that off, and then when you've got that mud on there, I've got to get a water hose and take that off. But what I do is I go ahead and fill it up every time when I get done. That way when I'm ready to use it, it's ready to go. And of course I always check the oil. Need to wipe that off and see where it is. But anyway, but mainly just blow it off, and I'm going to give it a little rinse, and I'll probably blow the water off of it. Alright, that blower won't take on that stuff with the mud, and it's been real rainy here lately, so let's just gently, I want to make sure I don't get any of this on that engine right there. We don't want to crack anything. We don't want to get any of that wet, so let's just get this cleaned off. A little bit of damage right there from hitting something. So I don't know what I hit. Anyway, it doesn't affect the mower, but definitely need to straighten it out. Alright, let's hit it again with the blower. And I think she'll be good to go. I need to wipe that down. Okay, something else I like to do every 30 days on this mower is grease everything. I like to keep it nice and greased. Now if I was using this, commercially 40, 50 hours a week, then I of course would grease it a lot more often than once a month. Well, I got my grease gun here and I've got it hooked up to one of the fittings. I try to grease this once every 30 days, and that keeps everything nice and lubricated. The main points that I get are, right there. There's a fitting right there, and there's another one. You probably can't see it under that spindle right there. And then of course these wheels, they have to get greased too, which I'll show you that. Now some mowers have a grease fitting over here somewhere. It depends on what you have, but this one mainly just the spindles and the front wheels. So let me pump a little grease in that. I said I already got that one on there. Just don't really need a whole lot if you do it every now and then. And that's probably plenty. Put this one on over here. Try not to get any grease on the belt. Put that on there and give that a couple pumps. And just do that one, and I'll show you this one over here. Now that's the grease fitting for the wheel, and there's one over there. And guys, when I first got this mower, the first thing I did was make sure it was nice and greased, and one of these fittings was defective. So what I did is I just took the wheel down to the guy I bought it from, and he just gave me a whole new wheel. But he said he had never seen anybody grease these before. So guys, if you're buying one of these, you need to, you know, think about putting some grease in there. Like I said, it'll save you a lot of trouble down the road. Let me try and get that on. Clips on there. Put a couple squirts in that. Oh yeah. Also, when you're greasing everything, you want to put some grease right here on these things. You don't want to forget to do that either. So let's get those greased. Okay, this is the air filter. I'm just going to brush that off. You could blow it out with a compressor, I guess, but I like to brush them. All I had was a broom, so okay, there's the filter. Put that back in there like that, and if I can do this with one hand, we'll put that back on there. Okay guys, and I will check the oil. Now I don't do an oil change you know, every month or something like that. You know, of course it depends on how many hours I'm putting on it, but normally I like to do an oil change every 40 hours. Now some of you might call that excessive, but this is an expensive little motor right here, so I want to make it last as long as possible. And oil changes are relatively cheap, and the I have to use 50 weight. Now I run this in Florida, and the manual says 40, but everybody down there said put 50 in it because it gets so hot around here, and it will thin out. Okay guys, well that's just a basic maintenance. I mean, there's probably some other stuff you could do, but for what I'm doing, this is going to work for me, and I hope it helps you out. Homestead Prepper out.